first asshole of the week.
Ah, yes, this is no-brainer here.
Yeah, I mean this story began back in August actually when Wander Franco was put on administrative leave
Unbelievable.
apparently for having an inappropriate relationship with a 14-year-old that was revealed through social media somehow, disturbingly enough. At the time, I thought it was multiple 14-year-olds, like that was just one girl. Apparently, it's just one, which I guess that's better if there's only one. But regardless, it's a horrific idea. It got even worse though over this break and even last week when it was revealed he was facing charges for sex trafficking and money laundering in addition to the inappropriate relationship. So it's like he was basically trafficking in underage girls, and it's just an awful story. It has been in the news lately, and he's our asshole of the week this week in particular. He finally is facing those charges in the Dominican Republic, and he failed to show up to a hearing for that
Yeah.
for one of those, and which is unreal that was his response to this. He has finally reported he was detained on New Year's Day, in fact, and charged with, I believe the actual charges were sex trafficking and money laundering, but they were reduced to sexual and psychological abuse. That's a big deal that those charges were reduced, and it's kind of a curious happening. Like, how did that happen? Why were they reduced? The first charges, he faced 10 to 30 years in prison if convicted. Now that those are reduced to psychological and sexual abuse of a minor, he faces 2 to 5 years, which still nothing to sneeze at, but just serious, crazy charges. Sounds like he's not even taking them seriously, not
Nope.
showing up. I'm curious about why those or how those charges were reduced, considering our legal system here is certainly airtight, but you wonder what it's like in the Dominican Republic if a multimillionaire is able to have some influence over a judge to get things to work a little bit more in his favor, even when he's caught red-handed. Strange development. I guess it raises lots of questions, but on the baseball side of things, the Rays, they put him on administrative leave immediately. They've handled this the correct way as far as I've seen. This was back in August when the first evidence started coming out on social media. But they had just signed him 2 years previous to an 11-year, $182 million contract.
Right.
Emerging as one of the best young players in baseball. And he's essentially thrown it away. If he is not fully exonerated from these charges, even these reduced charges that he's facing now, he will be banned from entering the United States, which means he is no longer a Tampa Bay Ray, and they will be able to get, I think it was approximately 174 million of that 182 they'd be able to recoup. So he would not be receiving that. It's just a gross story, and especially his reaction to it. I don't see how this ends well. Great for the Rays, they get their money back, I guess, but this 14-year-old has clearly been damaged. Hopefully it's not any more than that, as the original charges suggest, that there are several people involved in this. That the mother is also facing charges.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Yeah,
like,
and that's
the
where
whole story is disgusting, but like then I heard that and I was like,
yeah,
what is
what's
I
going
get
on? Yeah,
it's a different way of life over there, and
yeah, I don't know, but
no, I mean, like, as far as like maybe she was so desperate for money or something that like
nobody
she got
knows.
roped into this whole thing. I mean,
I don't
I'm
know the
making
full
assumptions.
situation.
I don't really want to read too much
Yeah,
about it because
I think we should
it's
stop
gross.
doing that. But
Yeah, but like there's no doubt. I think the biggest question of this whole thing, is, let's say, to your point, he gets exonerated.
He has to be fully exonerated.
Yeah, if he gets, let's say he gets fully exonerated, which, okay,
Doubtful.
I've seen
yes.
stranger things happen.
Yeah.
Where does that leave him, though?
He comes back to the Rays, I guess.
I know, but where does that put, what kind of position does that put the Rays in?
That's a great question. I hadn't even considered. I'm glad you brought that up because this could be years of legal battles. I don't know, but yes, if he does get fully exonerated, what do the Rays do with that? Do they bring him back? If he has full exoneration, I mean, what can you say? You have to bring him back, and the fans, aren't gonna love it. But if legally he's exonerated, what can you do? You have to. You have to. I mean, he's also a fucking great player, so maybe things will blow over eventually. But I think it's a moot point because I just don't see how he would ever be fully exonerated.
Yeah, I think it is a moot point, but
it's just
the right amount of money shows up somewhere, and
oh boy,
I mean, it's if you think about $174 million being on the table, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like, that there could be some real shady shit in the works over there that
regardless
because
of what we can.
Yeah, because no matter what happens, the facts, there is proof that he was with this girl.
Well, I think that's still going to play out in the legal process, but yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what has happened.
So anyway,
it's going to be hard. It's just a sad and disgusting story. Certainly worthy of our asshole of the week. First one of 2024.
Wordhole Media.